Okay, family. Look, I had a little technical difficulty, but I got it done. I got it, family. So I am live. I got everything working. Just had a little issues. But look, I'm gonna wait till a couple of people come on. I know y'all didn't think I was going live. I know y'all didn't think I was going live, but I was like, let me go ahead and go live and just talk to you today about your oral health. I don't know, a lot of people like what oral health got to do with my health. What look, we be surprised at how, you know, the fact that we don't floss, because I'm a victim. I be like, I ain't flossing. This it hurts. And it's just that, family, we just floss wrong. We just floss wrong, and we get lazy with it. It's just that when you take this thing, look, I know I was gonna waste some people, but no, I'm already talking. I'm already running my mouth. But when we use this device, this is a medical device. Y'all know that, right? Let me fix myself. This is a medical device, family. When we take this thing, and I ain't here to teach you this. That's what we teach you about herbs, but I ain't here to teach you about this. But it's very important that you do use this. Because look, the only way that we would never, ever, ever, ever need the dentist, and let's just be real, if we floss every day, and I mean floss each time you eat, but it's best to floss in the morning and before you go. That's the best time to do it. The absolute best time. But when we use this thing, family, sometimes we just jerk it in there. No, you're supposed to ease it in there. You want to ease it in there. And a lot of us jerk it in there. We cut our gums. That's how we mess up. We cut our gums and then we were like, I ain't flossing no more because it hurt. I'm not doing. No, family. Take your time and use this. Use this medical device. Make sure you ain't got the name. Make sure this is in every, like when I be talking about that cayenne pepper and your black seed oil. Make sure you have this in each bathroom. Have it in your purse. Have it in your purse. You know, get you a little. They have these little toothbrushes that, it's just the head, and it connects on the. I don't have that. I don't have to show you, and I ain't. Since it's live, I can't show you. But they got so many different toothbrushes where it's just something, you just going in there and cleaning real quick because you're eating. But like I said, the only way we would never, ever, 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 ever need the dentist if y'all don't eat any candy. You know that sugary stuff? If you never eat candy, if you don't take any alcohol, I know, look, I don't drink. So I can check that box. But if you don't drink alcohol, especially the sodas, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about, the sugar. Sugar, soda, and all that stuff is in there. And if you don't smoke. So out of those, I think like five things. Flossing, if you don't look, if you floss all the time, if you brush your teeth after each meal, if you don't smoke, and if you don't drink alcohol, and if you don't eat sugar. We're talking about the fake sugar. The non-fruit sugar. I'm gonna keep saying. If you're like, what the hell? The non-fruit sugar. Those five things you would never ever need to see a dentist. And they always say that we should see the dentist twice a year. And I'm like, all my research. I had to research and check this stuff out. So if you don't want any issues and you don't have to see the dentist, because they say twice a year. I go once a year. But during this demic, I was like, I ain't going. Maybe I wouldn't have had that 3,000 dental bill. Yeah, that bill was like $2,800. I'm still paying on that crap. Still paying it. But I had a zero interest credit card. I'm okay, put out a zero interest credit card. And I'm clowning. No, that bill's paid. I'm clowning. Let me stop. Let me continue with the health of your mouth. Look, the only reason why I did this video is because a lot of people we just don't think about our oral health. And I did a video about, the health of your mouth. But I already told you what you need to do to never ever need a dentist. And you should go twice a month. I mean, twice a year. But it's good to go once a year, just like getting your eyes checked, just getting your overall health check. So forget all that. But a lot of people don't know that your mouth, just not dealing with your mouth, just you failing to brush your teeth. And, like when I open my mouth, I have all like I think one missing tooth, Two crowns. I'm gonna tell you my issues. Two crowns. So you can tell I chewed gum. I didn't floss. And when my mama said brush my teeth, like we talked about yesterday, I was like, I'll think about it. And then people ask, well, how many times you should change your toothbrush? Look, you should change your toothbrush often. And the only reason I'm saying often, look, they be having a pack of 10, 20. If y'all go to Sam's or BJ's or go to a bulk store, they even have it at Walmart. And look, y'all can get online cheaper. You can get it, and I'm gonna say support black.com or buyblack.com or webuyblack.com. Buy them. They got the bulk too, cheaper than all these other stores. So I'm okay to put it like that because I did support them and I do still have some of their toothbrushes. But if you think when you get a cold, you should change your toothbrush. I never and these are the little things you should have. If you have like a little oral infection, you should change your toothbrush. If you not really if you run a fever, but it all depends on what the issue was. You want to change your toothbrush. So it's like I would do it when you look at your toothbrush going out. And plus, we should never use like the hard or firm toothbrushes. Yeah, shouldn't. We should use like, I would say, the medium range. Of course, soft for the children, but the medium. And look, I'm no expert. I studied, so I did some research. Let me see if anybody's in here. But anyway, I studied, and I wanted to make sure that I addressed these issues. And I know I was supposed to come on at 9. I'm just trying to make sure because I don't got too many people in the room. But anyway, I'm just going to continue because it's for later. These videos are for later. I appreciate if people do come on and listen. But the situation with us having issues with our mouth and the way it can help, where it can hurt us. Let me tell you, it hurts your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your pancreas. We don't even think about our rest of our other organs when we have issues with our mouth. Now, the main problem that I'm looking when I did the studies, can you believe the highest issues people had was cancer? And you be like, but how the hell you get cancer in your mouth? Just about everyone, I would say, I'm not really going to say ages because children get cancer, but a lot of us right now have cancer cells in our bodies. But what we want those cancer cells to do, we want them motherfuckers to come out, right? We want them plastic mugs to come out, not us. We want them plastic mugs to come out. But the only way they come out, if we got a good immune system. If we have a good immune system, if you have a good immune system, because you have to have that good diet in order for those things to pass. I know, like Viola, I ain't got no cancer cells in my body. A lot of us do. But we want those dead cells and them cancerous cells just to come out, just the way it comes in your body. A lot of people are like, well, how do I get bacteria and how I get oral infections and how I get this and how I get that? Family, let's stick to how we get bacteria in our mouth. How you get bacteria is the plaque. A lot of people like, oh, I thought it was something else. That plaque buildup, just that plaque alone is bacteria. So if my mama said that plaque is nothing but bacteria, I'd be like, oh, I got bacteria in my mouth. I think I would have flossed. And I would have made sure she had this. Let me make sure I got this the right way. I would have made sure I had this every day. And then when I got my allowance, make sure I had some floss. Because if we relate the plaque to bacteria and all kind of nastiness, toxins and stuff, I think your children have a better appreciation for brushing their teeth. Because just think, now I'm not gonna lie, I don't look at people's mouth, but when we in close proximity to somebody, especially when they in your space, especially when they in your personal space. When they're in that personal space and you start seeing their mouth, you be like, wait a minute. Are you brushing your teeth? And this, you be looking at that plaque. And so y'all know, I'm gonna name like four of the complaints that we have. I mean, swallow. I'm spitting. For the complaints we have, the number one was cancer. A lot of people was developing cancer in their mouth, and they wonder why. And you be like, man, how do I get this? How do I get that? Think about smoking. Think about what smoking does to your mouth. Let's let's forget about. I mean, let's not forget about our lungs, but we're talking oral health. So imagine what smoking does to your mouth. Imagine what dipping. When we put stuff in our mouth, because everything. Well, when we eat and when we take stuff, everything, like, I know, people got different medications where they have to take, a shot, but everything should go orally so it can go through the right processes. So when we have good immune health, when we got a good immune system, it knows how to get rid of stuff. And when I mean get rid of stuff, like I talk about those free radicals, those cancer cells, we want them just to come out. We want it to come out. That's why when you be hearing free radicals, don't think you want free radicals. Free radicals for people running around. You don't want free radicals in your body. So when you hear free radicals, you're like, dang, what? So we already talked about cancer. So let's go back to plaque. So if we look at all the plaque buildup and what it does and what it causes, what you think? What do you think it's doing when that bacteria stays in your mouth? And what do it form? It's already eating away. It's already building up. It's tearing through your enamel. It's just crunching on your teeth, them cavities, and well, it creates cavities. It's just making your mouth weaker. So this is like the main complaint a lot of people have, and it's just simple of flossing and brushing your teeth. This is us eating the starch and the sugars that just stays in there. So y'all see how I just want to definitely speak about the health of your mouth. The health of your mouth causes, like I said, brain issues. You be like, how the hell? Yes. When we got cuts in the mouth, when we flossing and think we flossing. So I want to speak about the flossing. This is the best floss to use. When we use those other floss, that little thing that's everybody's going to buy and think they're using it the correct way. Just make sure when you're using those floss sticks, be careful, family. Let's not cut your gums, because a lot of people, lacerate, and sometimes there's no coming back. Just like when I'm talking about your microbiome, when we don't eat a balanced diet, we mess up our microbiome. Well, you can do the same thing with your teeth. You can actually cause, yeah, look, study shows, y'all go research this stuff, but you also you're damaging your teeth. I mean, you're damaging your gums. When you damage your gums, when it doesn't heal, you get sores, you get bacteria, you getting, like I said, like when I'm talking about your leaky gut, when we got leaky gut, permeability, shit be getting in, like crap be getting in. It's that crap be getting in. So what you think you're doing when you got oral health, when we got sores, when we got all this other issues, when we have bleeding gums, when we have bacteria just eating away. So when we eating the starch and the sugar and smoking and all that other stuff and putting toxins and stuff and chemicals in our mouth, and y'all got to realize your toothpaste. Y'all be thinking y'all be having the right toothpaste. That's why I use natural toothpaste. That's why I just make my own. I was like, man, I don't know what they got in this toothpaste. I'm just going to make my own. I'm going to make my own, because if I'm already lacking brushing and flossing my teeth like I supposed to, I'm going to be like, but Viola, your teeth look good. Yeah, that's only because I just went on and took charge, because I was having other issues. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna have. If y'all really look at my mouth, like, dang, you just see the front. But anyway, that's a whole other story about being vain and all the other stuff. People be like, oh, I'm worried about the color, but we're talking about the health. We're talking about when we don't floss our teeth, when we don't brush our teeth, what actually causes. And as the sugar bugs, what I call them, I used to tell my kids, y'all, that the sugar bugs gonna eat your teeth. And it does. It literally does. It literally goes in there and eats your teeth. It literally goes in there and go through, our gums, because of your gums. And like, you can look, family, if you could take a nice natural glycerin, I can't even say the word, nitroglycerin, to stop a heart attack, and you put it under your tongue. Imagine what you're doing to all this other foods. Imagine what you're doing to all this other foods that we're eating, and we just chewing, and we just doing whatever. We just taking stuff. Then you wonder how it gets to your brain. It gets to your brain just like when, like, well, I ain't gonna talk about the demic and what they were doing to our nose, and instead of just going to swab our mouth. But anyway, this this is how you get, brain issues. I'm gonna say brain issues and how it affects the other parts of your body. I'm gonna just say poor oral health affects your body. Look, it can cause you to have a heart attack. You'd be like, what? Low blood pressure. I get it, high blood pressure. You go into the dentist because people got that white coat syndrome. But low blood pressure, people like low blood pressure is dangerous as well. High blood pressure low is very dangerous, very dangerous. And just infections alone, bacterial and viral infections. People, like when I was looking at the studies, people have more bacterial infections in their mouth versus viral infections. But the bacterial infections get in your head, just like when you have sinus infections, all that mucus. So if we get with mucus, because the main thing is what I'm looking at is the word keeps popping out is the mucus and inflammation. If y'all don't get the inflammation and what it does to our oral health, I mean, what it does to your life, you'd be like, what? You'd be like, how the hell it messed with my pancreas? What do you mean your heart and your brain? Just think, everything goes in your mouth. It's part of your digestive. That's part of your digestive health. But I just want you to really, really think simple of just flossing and brushing your teeth. Simple of you not having to go see the dentist, but you should. Study shows and recommendations, and they'll tell you. They will tell you. You need to come see me, and them bills be high. That's why you got to get that good insurance. You got to get that good insurance. But I know a lot of times we underestimate, going to the dentist. We don't want to go to the dentist. It hurt our mouth. And I want to speak on this. Just because, what is having children, family, do you know you actually supposed to wipe the baby gums? You'd be like, and because they're eating too. And you'd be like, wait a minute. You supposed to wipe their gums? Yes. When they drinking at night, like when you give them a bath, this is the best time, but you could do it morning and night. Just the same way we brush our teeth, you should brush their mouth, their gums, and make sure you being real careful of what you use. You can now. I know it's going to sound kind of funny about using breast milk, but for newborns, you could just make sure it's sterile, make sure it's clean water, make sure that the cloth is clean. But there's different things you can use. I am not going to put out exactly what you can use from birth to 3 months. I'm not, but just simply cleaning their mouths is excellent. And then you're teaching them as they get older to clean their mouth. No, they're not going to remember from 0 to 3 months, but from 3 months and up, you can start using different things. I'm not going to speak on what you can use with 3 months, because I did I do the essential oils on HK Network, and I'm always speaking of it's so important what we use and what we shouldn't use. But from 1 year and up, especially when they start getting their teeth, and some babies are born with teeth, some babies starts getting teeth within that 3 to 6 months. But you should use a mild toothbrush, and I would do something natural, versus just going to get that store-bought stuff. Because y'all know, like I was talking yesterday when I was saying we need to read, family, the average toothpaste says 6 years and older. It says 6 years and older because it says it's toxic. Now, if we actually look at, like, I took a couple of pictures and we actually look at, and I wasn't going to go buy no toothbrushes. I mean, no toothpastes. Oh, hell no. Because I was like, So if we actually look at what it says for the toothpaste, if y'all look at that, family, this is saying, if you look at your toothpaste, what the colors actually mean. So if you run right now and go get your toothpaste, get that Colgate, because everybody trying to get the Colgate and everybody trying to get this fancy toothpaste. You know, if you go look at it now, the black means pure chemicals. You'd be like, what the heck? What? And that'd be the cheapest. That'd be like the 99 cent. The 99 cent. And the red means natural and chemicals composite. I know we talked about this before, but I said, let me just go live. Maybe I get some new people and they be like, wait, let me go look at my toothpaste and see what I bought. Now, if you go see the blue is natural and medicated. Medicated with what, family? Medicated with what? Synthetic stuff. You know, we got to really think about what we put in our mouths. And the green means all natural. So if you got the green, you got the best toothpaste. But like I said, with the FDAs and them people, natural don't mean natural like what God and what Mother Nature get. You know, so it's like a play on words. So just make sure. That's why I just make my own, family. I know I make my own, and no, I ain't ready to sell it. No, you know, I'm just trying to look. I'm just giving y'all the fire cider. I just said, let me make this stuff and provide it to you guys. And I said it ships out August 1st, but I'm doing pre-orders now. But I was like, nope, I ain't ready to give it the toothpaste now because look, when you send stuff, when we make stuff. It changes. I don't know how long it sits at the post office or whatever, the heat, the temperature. That's why I don't, do this. I don't do the CMOS gel. I don't do the gel because it changes. So that's why, it's like, but anyway. So if y'all not looking at your toothpaste, and this is us reading, and this, I know. I know, like Viola, sometimes I'm going off with what these people say and the brand and this. Sometimes, family, you be like, F that brand, screw that brand because it's all about that money. And you're not thinking about my teeth, you're not thinking about my children. But family, if you look at the toothpaste, if you go look at the toothpaste of your kids' toothpaste, I need to read it. Just read it. You be seeing all this stuff, you're like, and it causes what? So we got to look at what the toothpaste causes because it gives you issues. And then if it says, if they swallow and it says call a poison control, or some just says give them milk, don't you get that baby no dairy milk, but lactose intolerant ones. So, I got to throw that in there because, I was getting upset about that free cheese. I was talking about that free cheese. Same thing. You don't think that cheese be messing up your mouth? Okay, so family, where do you think this plaque come from? The plaque, we're talking about them sugar bugs, the bacteria growing on your mouth. That's the plaque. And you be like, I can't get that off. This is the main reason why you got to floss. I mean, family, and you got to floss. And like, I'm going to keep going back and forth. When you floss, make sure you're going down the sides and go real careful when you go in them grooves, because we'll go in there, you're like, then the next thing you know, your gums are swollen. And it takes like 12, almost like, just like sores, when you get sores in your mouth and you cut your mouth, it takes like 12 days for that to work. And I'm going to tell you, the trick is you do a little bit of tea tree oil, some cloves, you like neem oil, and people are like, I don't like those things. It works, family. Clove, it'll just numb it. It'll numb it, that neem oil. Because look, a lot of us, we slow wound healing. That's this is our, our immune system, family. A lot of us, we be like, dang, 12 days for you to feel better. Some people go ahead and do some peroxide. Yes. It's like, make sure you got the correct peroxide. Make sure you got the correct peroxide because that it soothes and do like some bubbles and foaming. But make sure you sometimes don't use just straight peroxide. It all depends on how strong it is. Like I said, I'm no doctor. You always go to your doctor because look, this entertainment purposes only. I got to say that I'm just an herbalist and I still, stick with the herbs. But I'm just trying to make sure you check your dental health because it can kill you. I couldn't put that, I can't put that as a title. I'm just saying, is it making you sick? Because it is. It's making you sick. And I'm going to continue. But when you take the peroxide, sometimes put in some water. You can do it straight. Like I said, it all depends. Get a cap full, put it in there, rinse your mouth. That same thing when you got gingivitis, because a lot of people are like, what the hell is a gingivitis? When your gums are all swollen and puffy and you got mouth issues and it's hurting, gingivitis, family, gingivitis, because it's like, so we just be lazy. We get up in the morning. Sometimes we want to get up and we want to go to work, and I'm like, I gotta brush my teeth again. Family, same how I tell you, drink your water. Go ahead and after you brush your teeth, after you floss your teeth, if we make this a, like we listen to music, we get in the car and use music, we should I don't know, that was a bad analogy, but I don't know. Somehow we have to work this in. What I do is I be thinking about all the teeth that I lost and all this crap that's in my mouth. And when I mean crap, family, let's go. Let's talk about when we got the poor health. I'm gonna keep going into the medical, the issues that we have. But just think, when you have the sugar bugs, we get holes in our teeth. When we get holes in our teeth, what happened, family? Food starts sticking in there. You can't get it out. You start losing your teeth. Your teeth start chipping. And I'll get back to the kids because it's very important that I speak on the kids again. But we start losing our teeth. Then guess what we got to do? We go to the dentist and they put all that silver in our mouth. And then we be like, and we don't know no better. Our parents, they don't know. They just know the dentist is the expert because they signed that oath. Do no harm, right? Y'all know that oath, that Hippocratic oath. Y'all know. If y'all in the audience, tell me if y'all don't know. Come on now. Tell me if y'all don't know that the dentist signed that same thing saying do no harm, right? So if they say do no harm, why are they putting mercury in our mouth? I mean, I was like, them mother scrubbers. I was like, you put what in my mouth? And then, we wondering why we're not feeling good and we have issues. I'm like, with the mouth, like them mother scoffers. And you be like, but you're supposed to tell me, you're supposed to hook the sister up, hook the brother up, and make sure that you're doing the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because when they ask you, I don't even think they ask. I don't even think they ask the question. I know when you don't have that good assurance, they're going to put whatever they're going to put in that mouth, and they're going to give you the cheap stuff. Just like, who knew about the lead in the paint, and who knew about that other cancer-causing crap that they was putting in our house to keep the house insulated? Family. Whew. So family, yes. So if you got this silver stuff in your mouth and it's wearing down, believe me, we don't catch when we eating and all this silver stuff in our mouth. It's like we slowly getting mercury poison. Just make sure you go check and ask your dentist. Even you go to your records, you be like, wait a minute, what kind of metal is in my mouth? Oh, my brother got a video out. Herbert Green got a video out. Look at my phone. But just stay with me, family. Stay with me for a little while. Don't try to run over there. But if you want, run over there because I'm gonna be talking for a little bit. It's only 28 minutes. Y'all can run over there, watch the video, come back. But if y'all can just stay with me, because I got some important things to tell you about. But anyway, so if you got that stuff in your mouth and you're not checking, because we can't catch when something chip, or we don't even know that that is wearing down. You don't know what's wearing down because look what we're doing. We continue drinking alcohol. We continue eating a whole lot of starch and a whole lot of sugar. Because that starch and that sugar and that alcohol, smoking, all that stuff creates this plaque and create all this other issues in our mouth. Because we're trying to fill these holes because we done chopped down on some candy. Look, some Jawbreakers, lemon heads. Y'all know them 9-laters. Who remember them 9-laters? Come on. They be good. You be like, and I'm a Twizzler fanatic and Cheetos and look, going there just eating them Jawbreakers. Come on. Y'all know them Jawbreakers. You just steady just chewing it and thinking you could be the first one to break it and end up cracking a tooth. And like, on mine, I was just doing this. You'd be like, damn it. It says Jawbreaker, right? You'd be like, and we still be eating because the candy's good. The candy good, cotton candy. Because let me tell you, so when we go to the fun places, family, when we go to the fun places, do they have the healthy food? Do they serve bananas and apples and cherries and salads? They don't. They don't sell that. They don't sell that at Disney World, at the music park. They don't sell. They be selling cotton candy, Look, they do be having the apples, but they be having candy and caramel and stuff on it. And what we do? We like, I want that, and I want two, And let me tell you, I was like, when I went out, I don't know what musical park I went to. When they had them big old turkey legs, I was like, I want one of them. And then you be get one to your kids, and they be eating the whole thing. You be like, dang, but like, am I hurting my babies? You don't even think about that. That's the last thing in your mind. But then it'd be like 6 or 7 hours later by the time you go brush your teeth, because we done went to the music park like noon. By the time it's like 9 o'clock. So guess what sugar bugs was eating our teeth? Guess what was in our mouth, and we wasn't thinking about. We just steady swallowing down sodas and eating and drinking and being merry that we don't be thinking about going because we ain't going to no damn public bathroom brushing our teeth. I know I ain't going in there. And I know, yeah, you can get the bottled water and you go brush your teeth. But who thinking about brushing their teeth in the middle of the day with some bottled water? Who? Anybody in here? Anybody in here? Y'all don't think about it. But family, we got crap in our mouth that we don't know what the hell it is. Then when we look at like, damn, mercury, what? Why the heck? Do y'all know mercury should never, ever, 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 ever be in our body? Ever. So I was, and it took me taking the herbalism course with Herbist Kareem to even know about this crap. But I'm like, these mother scuckers and supposed to do no harm, but you want me to go see you twice a year? I don't even want to see you ever. That's my opinion, family. That's me. Because it's another thing we need to get back to. Speak up. I gotta bring up the slide, family. I gotta bring up the slide because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And let me find the slide, family. Because when I'm saying there's some BS around here and what be going on, you're like, well, dang, what, Viola, what? That tells about the health. But we really got to look at the bigger picture and what be going on in our mouth, because when the dentist look, family, it's like we know they right, but are they all the way right? Or are they there to make sure we're good? Totally 100%, or have you 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot going to the doctor, or 1 foot your body is trying to get better, and then the second way your body's trying to get worse. You just be like thinking, you be like, wait a minute, I don't like that. I don't know why, and it just have you tripping, because you're like, wait a minute, I thought you was on my side and you want me to come back. I'm paying all this money for this insurance, but I got mercury in my mouth and I got this toxin in my mouth, and I don't know. And then you didn't give me a choice, because it depends on what, like I said, the insurance you got, because we got public assistance and all that stuff. Try going and get the correct filling. They'll be like, that's a separate charge. Unless you get the good doctor. And I'm gonna just tell you, because it's all about that coding. Y'all know it's about the coding, how they write stuff up. And I'm not talking about no fraud, but y'all know that they can give you the right stuff. And I'll say the right stuff, family, because it's all about getting the right stuff in your mouth, period. Period. I don't care what anybody says. It's about getting the stuff that's going to help you, not hurt you. Because like I said, you're supposed to do no harm, not cause this other stuff. But anyway, like I was speaking yesterday now, family, and I don't know if you got my video about the last time I talked about healthcare. I mean, about the dentals, but that fluoride that's in our water, and that they be trying to tell you, take this fluoride rinse. Don't take that shit. Don't take that. Because it's direct. It's a direct. The studies is already out there. And I know I was going to put out that link. The studies is already out there that and it's just plain as day. Fluoride makes you stupid. If I was like, when I saw that word, I circled it and I circled it and I circled it and I kept circling. I was using all kind of cuss words, just circling when it says it makes you stupid. I'm like, so look, and I can put it up. And if y'all go on to I'm trying to make sure I say her name right, because the young lady that I was speaking about, and I spoke on my podcast listeners when I was speaking about Herbalist Marion, and she has the TU2 movement far as helping you cope, especially about a bad divorce, bad breakup, and she helps you, get over your divorce. So I just want to speak of it. She has this on her website, and I may post it on my Facebook page, family. But right here, y'all see all them side effects. And if you look up, and I just look at it as fluoride poison, and I just look at it like that, because same thing how you take the Epicap. Yeah, I remember back in the day we used to have that, and like keep it in your medicine cabinet. Like I be telling you, take that cayenne pepper. Look, cayenne pepper should be in medicine cabinet. I gotta make sure I say this word right. The castor oil and the tea, because my video got taken down. Two of my videos got taken down for that. I got my first strike and a warning. But anyway. And you should have that inside your medicine cabinet, just like the garlic MSM, because we still got to protect ourselves. So the side effects from fluoride, it says cancer right on the top. It says cancer, and it says brain damage in unborn fetuses, bone weakness, family. We don't need a bone weakness. It says dental fusions, low estrogen and testosterone levels, stomach damage, joint problems, skeletal, the next one has to do with, your bones, osteoporosis. And then they says low IQ. Did I say it makes you stupid? Low IQ. And it was so bad was they did studies with children in Africa. And I looked at, I want to say some cuss words. They did studies in Africa and they did studies in India. And I'm like, but moving on. But fluoride makes you stupid. Like I said, low IQ. But other studies I said, it used the word stupid. And I'm like, whatever. And then it says low memory loss, just like the lead, lead poisoning. It makes you stupid. The mercury slowly poisoning us, slowly jacking us up. And then when you go speak to us and we try to get the parasites and the candida and get your body right, cleanse your blood, and we like, I'm still having issues. And you be like, well, dang, I done got this. We got the root issues. And then we got all this stuff in our mouth. And they be like, dang, I got the toxins, but you didn't get all the toxins. And that's when we got to go back. And just imagine if you got so much metal in your mouth to where the tooth is like gone, and they got more metal than tooth. You be like, I gotta take this stuff out my mouth, and then I'm gonna have gaps. And look, I'm in that issue right now because I got two teeth that I'm like, we got to work something out, because y'all got to do something. Y'all got to do something, because you put this in my mouth, and I know it's my fault, family. It's my fault. It's my fault, because the time when I should have been flossing and brushing my teeth, I was being too grown. Like my mother didn't know what she was talking about, and my daddy didn't know what they was talking about. Y'all know how we just think we grown and we smart? No, they was right on point. Floss and brush your teeth more than twice a day, family. More than twice a day. I mean, unless some sugar bugs, because y'all know what's going on in your mouth right now. Y'all know what's going on in your mouth right now. But let's talk about this. I just want you to get the fluoride. I just want you to get it. I just want memory loss, lack of motivation. You know what I'm saying? You like, what in the world? Impairs your immune system. If it impairs our immune system, then it says attacks your pineal gland. Remember I was talking about what we do in our children. What we do? We take them to the dentist, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead and get the fluoride rinse. And they babies. And they more susceptible than anybody. If y'all don't get that, if y'all don't get the kids are more susceptible, they're bump. And then look, imagine if you had a fluoride rinse twice a year for 18 years. Well, we don't really sit there. Well, I'm going to get back to the children dental in a few minutes. But just think, if you've been going to the dentist twice a year for 18 years, because that's what they recommend. And you be like, I think they recommend this stuff, and I've been taking fluoride and grinning, thinking I'm doing something right. Then we wondering why our mental capacity goes down. We wondering why we have issues in our bodies. And the last thing you think about is that damn fluoride. The last thing you think about is what the doctor gives you, the dentist gives you, unless it's a different kind of fluoride. Because I don't know what other fluoride is it. Is it a all natural fluoride? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of an all natural fluoride, because that natural fluoride is a chemical. It's a chemical, unless you want to say, if you want to make your own, like if you go to a whole naturopathic and they give you some neem oil and they give you some clove, they can put a little thyme in there. You know what I'm saying? They can put little things in there, put a little spearmint, a little, eucalyptus to give it some flavor. Spearmint's better. But, and then they put in so a little bit of baking soda or whatever, and they swishing around in your mouth. If that's the fluoride they're trying to say, I would do that every day. But just imagine what we did. I mean, I'm 55. So I've been going to the dentist happy like a porcupine. I was going to say something else. And I've been getting fluoride. And I'm like, wait. And then I got metal. I'm like, no wonder, I'm losing organs and, other things, family, other things. Yes, I wasn't eating right. But we're just saying, for the healthy people who has this metal in their mouth and not realize, and they be like, what is it? So this is the main point I wanted to drive in this video. The main point. You could be doing everything right, but your actions of what you did from that time that you got metal in your mouth, family, then y'all know what the issue is. You're like, well, I'm getting ready to go make this appointment and go to the dentist now. I'm telling you. Well, the VA dentals are so backed up, it's like, now I got to get an appointment here in North Carolina. And I'm like, man, how y'all 4 months behind? 4 months, family. It was 4 months behind. 4 months. But anyway, that's what we got to look at. What's in your mouth? What metals? What is actually in your mouth? Do you got porcelain? Do you got gold? Do you got silver? Do you got mercury? What chemicals? What chemical compound is impacted that you had cavities and you had that metal put in your mouth? So that's could be the issue. So slowly, erosion. The word is erosion, eroding. Is something coming off? Especially, y'all know, like a couple of times you're biting on an apple, or you biting a nut and eat sunflower seeds or whatever. You biting something hard. And for you hard chargers, when y'all go and try to open up a beer bottle and you use your teeth, and y'all be like, oh, I chip a tooth. You chip a tooth. What you think they're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then other issues that we cause in our mouths, like I talk about that jawbreaker candy, because I sure was tearing them down, chomping on them, and what we cause in our mouth and what they fill it with, But just think, if you didn't know about the metal in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? You didn't know about the metal in your mouth, and you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And you're like, dang, I thought them herbs was working. They are, baby. They are working. But we got to go back to the dentist and check them and say, hey, what's this in my mouth? So now we see how we poison ourselves. Now we see, sometimes we're like, dang, I didn't know it's toxins like that. Yeah, we already eating toxins with the chemicals. Like I said, that toothpaste. And back to that toothpaste. It's best to do an all natural toothpaste. And yeah, there's a lot of natural toothpaste out there on the show. We just got to read it. Just make sure that you know it got to get the green tab. And then you can't, y'all can call companies. Like a lot of people do call me, and I answer them, I call them back, and I be like, yes, it's this, it's that. But you can call a company and ask, well, if you can get through to a lot of the corporations, and I mean the bigger corporations, because at least if you can go on the website, because the toothpaste that I pulled up was a well-named brand toothpaste. The top four names that y'all know, and I'm not going to say it on this video, but y'all already know because I made a mistake and said it before. That's what those color tabs were. Because a lot of people, you do need a medicated But why not do your own and throw some tea tree oil in there? Why not do your own and throw some neem oil in there? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why we don't do that? Because a lot of things you can use culinary, you can use echinacea, turmeric. Because my toothpaste, I put turmeric in it. I do it on purpose because inflammation. A lot of us, we don't even know how we get inflammation. We know, we know how we get inflammation. The choices we eat, the food choices. Because I still, like I said, y'all seen the bread that I have now. Not all of that is 100%. So some of that could still fall in and give you inflammation because some people don't like barley. Some people don't systems can't take barley. Some people systems can't take quinoa. So it depends on how your system is. Like I said, we all got different blood types. Of course, different mamas and daddies and water we drink, environment, what's spraying in the air and all other stuff. But just want to, just tell you that. So put like, far as things we need to definitely check, go see your dentist and make sure you talk about what's in your mouth. So I'm trying to see if anybody got any questions, but oh yeah. So woke, you saying you got 9? Oh yeah. And 6 of them chipping away. And the sad thing about it is imagine what you actually swallowed and didn't know. And that's the scary part. Because y'all know, like when we eat and stuff, we already know that we get, like when you eat fish, you be trying to check the bone. But just imagine, like, sometimes our teeth are so delicate. Biting an apple or a pear, and it depends on the texture. Sometimes we can shake something loose and we're crunching, and then we filling with our mouth trying to get that piece out. And sometimes you can get some of it out, but just imagine what you forget of what actually goes down and then what it does to your body. And that's the only thing that's so scary about us having all this crap in our mouth. You know what I'm saying? But you already see the side effects of fluoride. So it just makes you think. And like I said, all the years I had, I'm like, and then you hear what y'all already know who the last person went to the doctor. Y'all on here. What dentists actually say you cannot leave until you get that fluoride rinse. They'll tell you that. And you be looking at like, okay. And you just a swish and then they say, hold it. The thing that pisses me off, they say hold it for 2 minutes. And then they doing a countdown. And I'm like, all the cuss words that's in my mind right now. I'm like, them mother scooters, you got me just a swishing and switching. And like I said, if like, Herbs Cream Strong Oregano X, when they said put that under your tongue and absorb, just like I said, the cayenne pepper, you can put that on your tongue, stop heart attacks, strokes, and blood clots. Studies already showed it, because I know, like, oh, you're not supposed to be saying that. Studies already show. Y'all get the studies. Y'all be like, yeah, let me go get me some cayenne pepper. Shake that mug up and put it. I do it just for GP family. I ain't trying to have no issue. I be squeezing and putting it down. Because you ever know sometimes you get up and you be like, dang. You be like hearing like a little wheezing or something, or you just feel like a pain. You like, wait a minute. I know I'm young and I shouldn't be having no heart issues, but I be like, with my cayenne pepper, I be like, and I be going in there. I be like, especially with this stuff in our lungs. And y'all know, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get me. Y'all know how to read between them lines. Read between the lines that way. But all this stuff affecting our lungs. I'm like, wait a minute now. Keep that cayenne pepper on tap, fam. I'm just telling you, keep that cayenne pepper on tap, because, and just to go real quick for some side effects, it says, I know I stopped on the pineal gland, because if that's already getting attacked as soon as you're born, your pineal gland is being attacked as soon as you're born, family. Whoo, side. That's why it's good to drink the breast milk and stay plant-based. But it says kidney stones and kidney failure interferes with white blood cells production. I'm like, okay. And it says kill brain cells, lower sex drives. It does infertility. It accelerates the aging process, attacks your thyroid and hypothalamus. You're like, what the hell? Shortens your lifespan, but you're swishing it for two minutes. And I'm thinking about the swishing, because like when I was at the dentist and she telling me I need to take the test before I go get my tooth cleaned. So right, It's all right. I'm gonna do my own and make sure I'm in here flossing well. And then I went on and bought me some the dentist tools. And I was like, I can get to this shit myself. I be messing up, be like, oop, I cut myself. I was like, got me a little thing, and I make sure I swish wash. And stop thinking that you need that mouthwash. I know. Look, family, you rather make your own, because that other stuff, it's good for feet. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that the main mouthwash is good for feet. It's good for going there and taking care of your feet. I'm talking about the cut, the crevices, I can't say infections and bacteria. I can't say that. But yeah, no, yeah, reverse that. But yeah, it helps your feet. And I think I put that in my video. But look, promotes mental disturbances. I'm like, what the? I've already got PTSD, but yeah, look, y'all see, y'all be like, dang, she's so hyper. This, I'm actually calm, fam. I'm actually calm, but I'm like all that years of that fluoride and living in places that had lead poisoning. And I ain't gonna talk about the water, because they still ain't got the water right. Your water right? Is your water that tap water? Why are we buying bottled water? Was it a gimmick? What? And family, this stuff is already planned. I know, Carrie, I'm gonna be careful. This stuff's already planned 50, 100 years ago. It's already a lot of stuff already planned. It's already planned. It's already planned. It's already planned. But anyway, receding gums affects heart circulation. Then it says autism. I'm like, DNA damage and Alzheimer's disease. And then we still, to this day, because we're talking 2021 in April, I'm at the dentist office and she handed me this little cup. I ain't got no cup, family. I ain't got no cup. But she handed me this cup, telling me, here's your fluoride. I need you to swish for 2 minutes, and it's mandatory before you leave. And like I said, you can take it because you ain't trying to kill me. And that's just what I told her. I was like, you ain't trying to kill me. And she looked at me. And she wasn't me. She wasn't my complexion. And then I looked at her and I'm like, do you really know what that does to people? And I know she's learning and practicing, but we can help educate some people. I'm telling you, family, we know. Because look, it's about 7 people on here. Y'all all 7. So it's a power of 10. That means that the 7 now, 7 times 7. 7 times 7. Well, a power of 10, 70 people. And then 70 times 10 again. That's how many people we can help. That's how I just want to make sure that I definitely do this live and tell y'all just how important, y'all mouth is. We don't really look at it. We don't really look at it at all. And then when we speaking to the dentist and they trying to tell you what fluoride is, you be like, well, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. And then you pull up the studies. Y'all can go to Herbalist Viola. Don't do that. Don't do that. But if you want, you go to Herbalist Viola and pull up her Facebook page. So look, so why does it say that? Why does it say fluoride makes me stupid? And then you be like, well, you've been doing it that long time. You'll do it again. I'm cutting up, family. But I was like, and then we stuff like come on, like the mouth of babes. Like I said, my daughter introduced me to Herbalist Cream, and the rest is history. That's why we got Very Wise Alternatives right now. But go back to that mouth of babes. You're the baby in the house. You're the one that's in your family. Speak to your parent. So next time they be trying to take the aunts and take the grandkids to the dentist and they talking about that fluoride rinse, you be like, if y'all don't get that MF crap, this mother scooter, boop, boop, out my child's face. Y'all know I tried the best I can. I tried the best I can to try to not say them cuss words, but I ain't quick like y'all. I ain't quick like y'all with some of these words. But get that mother scudder out my child's face, because y'all know what it does. Y'all know what it does, family. But back to the children. The only reason why I'm saying we need to check the toothpaste, because the toothpaste, it be saying fluoride added. some of our foods. Some of our foods. That's why it's good to always know what the different things they're looking at fluoride. You'd be like, what the hell? Why? But there's fluoride in our water. There's fluoride in our water, and this is why you hear me say that under your arms and between your legs is you absorb faster. Hear what I'm saying, family? If you absorb, like, people wondering how they get lumps and stuff, and they taking this aluminum. Even like, why the hell is aluminum in my deodorant anyway? But anyway, everything's been changed and quick and changed because vegan now that you hear. I don't know if it took that, but when you see the famous stars, like Beyonce's out there saying, I'm a vegan, and they be like, oh, the cow distributors and milk went down. But why there has to be where we found out there's aluminum in our deodorant? And then that's like, well, we stinking. We trying to get the antiperspirant, because I know the one that helps me so I can smell good. Y'all know. Y'all know we need to go natural, family, and be natural. Stop worrying about all these smells. But y'all know, you run by stinking. I'm just cutting up. Don't do that. Put some deodorant on. Put some deodorant. Get the natural stuff. But we wonder why we clog up our ducts, and then we wonder why we get mass, and those mass change into some that we don't want it to. See how that works, family? So, like, if we super absorb it here and between our legs, and there's fluoride in our water, and you be like, I ain't think about that. I know it's terrible, fam. It's so much. It just gets to your nerve. That's why it's like that. The unlearned crap from yesterday. I know I was okay. So yesterday I was a little off because I was just like mad, and I hate when I come on mad because I be having so much to say, and then I be saying the wrong things, and you be like, what in the hell is she talking about? Just like with this dental stuff, I didn't want to get too much into that, but it just makes you think. And you're like, man, it's like a lot of things we need to unlearn. But floss, family, floss, and ain't caring about the wax, unwaxed, but just don't get the don't get the fruit kind. I'd rather stick with the mint. I know. But go on to, I just want to speak to you guys real quick. How much? I'm already almost at an hour, family. I'm almost at an hour. But for our children, make sure y'all just cleaning their mouth the best they can. Yes, children, you can floss. Like if they got the little 2 teeth, you can just floss a little bit. But I wouldn't pull it all the way down. I wouldn't pull it all the way down, because the main thing you're looking at, you just don't want the teeth to be, there's no, no gap between the teeth, because the teeth should not be fused together. The teeth should not. That's that. Look, the teeth, it should be a gap. That's why you slowly pull it down. You pull it left and right, but don't slip it all the way down, because that's how you cause damage to your gums, and that you have other issues there. Because it's like, if we already have plaque buildup, y'all know, y'all go on there and get one of those. Let me see. Can I get it real quick? No. I'm trying to see if I can get it real quick. I'm trying to get my dental. Let me get my dental tools real quick, family. I just want to make sure I get it real quick so you guys can see some of the stuff that I'm speaking about, because a lot of stuff we just ignore. And I hope y'all can still hear me. A lot of stuff we ignore and we didn't make sure we have. And yeah, I should have had this before. Look, I got the the thing for your ears, because we're putting them Q-tips in our ears and we don't need to. But this thing right here, if you get one of these, I say I thought I was kidding. And you can actually see the crap. You can see the build up in your mouth. Y'all think I was kidding. I said, I ain't having no more issues. Y'all thought I was kidding. Scissor dental. And look, I'm not promoting it. But Amazon. Most of let me tell you, family. Everybody keep asking where I buy stuff. Amazon. Where? Amazon. Unless you go to Walmart, it depends on, if I think about all the stuff I get. But most of the time I get from Amazon. But I just wouldn't. I just said, let me just get this stuff, because I was like, I can't having all these issues, because y'all know one shot. It's like the little things. It's like only time you think about health is when you're sick. I know Violeta's saying the same thing. It's true. When your mouth start aching, and y'all know how it is. But I just wanted to show you. I wasn't playing. I was like, And then little stuff that you can use. Just make sure I do a little bit of alcohol or a little bit, not directly, because I put it in water. I put peroxide to clean it with. I be laying it down on the table, putting a paper towel under there, cleaning it. Y'all think I be like, be just like the surgeons, be out there having some stuff, be cleaning, because you got to make sure stuff clean, because bacteria, y'all already, you already got them bacteria. We full of bacteria, family. We are nothing but a floating bacteria full of liquid and gook and all this other stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that the dental tools, and look, and you don't share this with other people. Everybody should have their own. Y'all know that, right? Everybody should have their own. I'm just saying, everybody should have their own. But it's just best to make sure that you're checking, because the hardest plaque is way in the back. It's way in the back, and that's why you just gotta, be real careful with it. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about some medical things that happens, with our bodies, because inflammation, is caused from your mouth. Period, from your mouth. But when I was speaking of your heart, your kidneys, your brain. You already see your brain with the my mind is like gone with this crap, because I'm just angry every time I hear the fluoride, and like I said, it's in our water, and like I said, we acceptable. So, and what I was just saying about that, that's why it's best to like add little things to your water, putting some, and like people could put little. Don't put too much apple cider vinegar in your water. Don't put too much essential oils in your water. But it's necessary to add just a little bit, especially when you're taking a bath. Because I know when you're taking a shower, you're washing and everything is running down. So you're not absorbing too much, but you still absorb. But it's just when we sit in the tub. When we sit in the tub, it's good to have like a regimen. Don't do too much like shower gels and stuff is okay, but don't use too much soap, because that soap it goes inside and mess up our pH balance, women, and then you be wondering why you be having issues and bacterionitis and all other stuff, because we're changing the pH balance and we're changing our hormones, and then we wonder why we have issues. I know, keep it dental, keep it dental, but it's just want to make sure I throw it out there. But I know a lot of people was talking about what about the what is it called? Oil pulling. Now, the reason why you're doing oil pulling is that bacteria. A lot of people have bacteria. A lot of people have, cold sores and cankers and stuff like that. Family, it can come from that, but okay, so our bodies are so brilliant. Y'all know that, right? Our bodies heals itself. And when your body is in stress and cortisol and your hormones out, our body your brain sends out so many signals, right? But your body creates different acids and different chemicals. Let's just say chemicals, different things to help, right? So when we under a lot of stress, so these sores and these canker sores and these issues are caused from stress, just like the fibroids and all these other things that comes up. Yes, if you get a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, I'm telling you, direct correlation to these sores in your bodies, these canker sores. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm just making sure that I put it out there. Yeah, mouth sores, and it takes 12 days, like ulcers, as far as gum disease and stuff like that, because we're not flossing. Y'all already know y'all not flossing, y'all not dentists. So that's what I said. It should be more than twice a day. It should be more than twice a day for us flossing. And it depends on how many times you eat, because we just be eating all day. We eat all day. I know women in your purse with all the food you got in your purse. Men, we have our snack drawer, and beside our bedroom, in our office, we got our, like you got your cold pack. And I be telling you, cold pack, let there be natural stuff, not the store-bought stuff. But y'all be having all your, candy things like that. And we just got to change it up. And I'm going back to your children. If we get them to just talk a little bit more. And I mean, speak a little bit more on that oral health. We could kind of like catch stuff um earlier. I'm telling with their mouth. Let them tell you what your mouth. But I just wanted to speak on this. A lot of people think that, and I know this is like a money issue, far as when people, when people are raising their children, we raising our children, they says, oh, their first set of teeth, it's fine. So if their teeth got holes in and their teeth got other issues, and this is sad. They're like, oh, their teeth is gonna, fall out anyway. We'll worry about their teeth when they, think about this. And I had to sit with that. And of course, I was asking a couple of people, a couple of dentists and a couple of doctors. I asked the questions. I was being nosy, and they said that when we don't take care of the first set of teeth, we're still ruining the permanent teeth. Because if they still have poor health far as flossing and brushing their teeth and how they floss and, the foods they eat and how long they go without brushing, just think you're messing up the second set of teeth anyway. The enamel eroding and your teeth do come back. It's just, you just got to change the way you eat and change your habits of, let me make sure I pull this up. Change the habits of your mouth, because if we're not teaching our children really how to floss, because yes, we got to help them floss. We do. We have to help them floss and use them floss sticks, please, family. Those floss sticks cause more damage, more oral damage than these. Believe it or not, because as we're pulling it down, we know the force that we're pulling. But when you're doing that floss stick, y'all know when y'all shove it down in there and you be like, oh, that's why it's best. And y'all can, you guys can check it yourselves. Just do 1 week with this and do 1 week without it. And then you tell me, you go ahead and wait them, tell me how long it took for it to heal, because it takes about the 12 days. Because just think, we're always eating, we're always chilling, we're always doing something. Yeah, I know. Even drinking, because you gotta stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated, and you want the gum to heal. But just think, if your gums are bleeding and having issues because you damaged it from that floss stick, you're gonna be picking the wrong choices what to eat. I just want to say you're gonna be like, you're just gonna pick the wrong choices to eat. You be like, well, I should have listened. But anyway, I just having bad analogies to tell y'all what you should be doing. But y'all get me. Just like I said, just make sure, you just take your time, family. Just take your time. And let me see if I can get to this slide. But you just gotta take your time. We really gotta take our time. So I just want to say the effects of what it does to your brain with bad oral health. What it does to your brain is you get infected. You could suffer your memory loss due to oral bacteria. It's saying it spreads, like it may spread to your brain, and then it's saying it's direct link to Alzheimer's. You'd be like, dang, if I got bad health and I'm trying to get this infection, and like I said with the oil pulling, it's a lot of things you can use instead of just doing oil pulling, because that coconut oil, it mess up your sinks, it mess up your pipes. That's why you can't put it in the toilet or in your in your sink. You gotta spit it directly in if y'all look up, it says spit it out the window. Don't spit it out the window. Just put it in the trash can. Just put it in the trash can. But I just want to make sure that I speak on that. They got neem sticks that you can use, that people can use. But I just want to make sure that I tell you how it affects your brain, and like how it affects your heart. A lot of people, we don't realize that how with poor gum disease, poor health, we have, your circulatory issues, infections, you're poisoning your blood. And we poison our blood. What we doing? What we doing when we putting toxin in our blood, when we putting all this stuff in our blood? It goes through all your organs. It's going to go through your organs, and we don't look at that. It has like bleeding gums. You know, it can give you blood infections, and it causes, just reading what it says, COPD, you know, unhealthy tooth. And it says um, sometimes like we had bad breath, people like bad breath. Bad breath could be coming from, you know, your bleeding gums, infected tooth. A lot of people got infected tooth and don't even really know your tooth is infected until you know, you're biting something, you're eating something, like, oh, I feel that pain. And then, you know, with bone loss, and that's why it's good to have healthy bones, because ain't nothing but your bones. You know, we got to think about what our mouth is really made of. Your jaw bones, receding lines, all this stuff cause infections, bone loss. That's why I be saying take them vitamins and minerals. Got to make sure we do it. And it messes with your respiratory here, saying that unhealthy gums. It says affects your breathing. Gum disease increases the chances of getting respiratory infections, such as COPD and pneumonia. You'd be like, how the hell I get pneumonia from not taking care of my teeth? Yeah, I gotta read it. And even messes up your gum. I mean, it messes up your oral health, messes up your skin health, of course. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Gum recession, bone loss can cause an underlying skin, you know, looks of your skin. Like some people have discolor colorations. So I just thought of, when they was talking about the kidneys, you know, the chances of infecting your kidneys. It's just, I was just shocked at reading all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? As far as about your here causing cancer, and you get pancreatic cancer. I was like, man, this stuff is just kind of scary just reading this. I just want to make sure that I, you know, just give y'all some of the different things, you know, like diabetes, tooth loss. Nobody wants tooth loss, especially strokes in your brain. You already know. That's why I said make sure that you know exactly what's going on in your toothpaste. You know exactly what's going on in your toothpaste, because it's kind of scary out there. It's kind of scary out there. So things you want to do is it's good to just make sure you have some calcium. That's what I always say. Make sure you're taking calcium. Calcium is like the major thing that we need to take. Vitamin D, major, 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 major. Magnesium, major, major, major. We talking about the health of our bones. Like just make sure you floss. And like I said, you can use these neem sticks to help, you know, brush your teeth, take care of your teeth. A lot of people like lemon, coconut, a lot of people. So I can go over like, can you believe it's stevia? Stevia is good for healthy teeth. You're like, what? For good health, for your gums, teeth, stevia. And I'm not telling you go get stevia sugar. I'm talking about the leaf. Y'all gotta get that leaf and stop playing. It's bloodroot. Then you got wheatgrass, golden seal. See, when I'm gonna tell y'all some recipes for toothpaste, so you can take some you already know my base. I make sure I have the baking soda, a little spearmint, and I think I'm not sure if I showed y'all how to make natural toothpaste. I'm trying to see how long what time we have. I'm not really sure I showed you natural toothpaste, but natural toothpaste, like it all depends on your health. Like I said, if you have, like, you know, you have the herpes virus or whatever, so it's good you can use golden seal. Stuff like that stuff is perfect. Echinacea. And it's not far as with that. You got cold sore. Some people gets like white bumps in their mouth or clear bumps. Do y'all know that's candida? When y'all get these bumps like thrash and a white coat on your tongue, this is overgrowth of yeast. A lot of people don't realize that. All this stuff you can help by making natural toothpaste. If you look at, like, some people, a little bit of honey, but I wouldn't use too much honey. That's just like people want these different tastes. Plain toothpaste is fine. Plain toothpaste is fine. But using things like thyme, using my mind is like gone right now. Colander and different teas you can use. There's a black walnut tea that you can drink, that, and all this is good for your oral health. Like good toothpaste is you use a base of baking soda. You put a little, you can do neem oil, you can use coconut oil, you can use a little bit of olive oil. It all depends on you. You can use spearmint, you can use people like People like I'm always gonna say turmeric. I'm always gonna say turmeric because a lot of people got a lot of infections in their mouth, a lot of how can I put it? A lot of my mind is like a lot of inflammation. Yeah, I already know that's good for your joints, but we have to think about some different toothpastes we use because remember the toothpaste it absorbs in your mouth. So as it absorbs and going straight into your bloodstream, you're correcting your issues. You're correcting your issues, and a lot of people we don't even think about that. I'm gonna make sure I get it. So sage, kava kava, of course, tea tree oil, neem oil. I already spoke about neem oil, cranberry, bay laurel. Trying to see what else. And this is always good. That's why you do the chamomile. Chamomile is more than just you relaxing. A lot of people got, like I said, you got a lot of anxiety and stress. That's why it's good to have you, like the young lady was asking me about different teas. You can do the ashwagandha. Put on those. People gotta, you gotta mix up your teas. And just because when I was speaking about hot tea, you can have iced tea. I can make herbal iced teas. Stop taking it, and it sit long because some people forget they have tea and the tea is lukewarm and they can just drink it down. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make sure you guys know. And of course, clove. Clove should be like the main thing that you use, especially when you have mouth pain, because it numbs it, family. It numbs it. And be careful before you give it to your children, because at certain ages, I would say 2 and older for clove, only because it numbs their mouth. It numbs their mouth. And people, finally, when you're using that, do you know you can still bite your tongue, bite your mouth? And that's the worst thing. That's why I say you got to be careful giving it to children, because children either bite their mouth, bite the side of their jaw, their tongues, and you don't want that. And look, when they start doing that, you can have different infections. And it's good. It's good to not really put too much on it. Sometimes it's good to just leave it. It all depends. Definitely I'll see our provider, see your dentist. I know this is entertainment purposes only. So I just want you to know that it's good. Just leave it. It's best to just leave it. But sometimes, like when the children, when they're running around and playing and their teeth goes through their mouth, sometimes they may need a stitch. But just make sure you're always checking your children's mouths and make sure you still take care of the first teeth. Regardless, take care of the first teeth. Read, family. Read what these things says, because it be having chemicals. That's what I'm not going to tell you about the wax or unwax or whatever. I'm not going to tell you the brand. Just make sure you have some dental floss. Teach them right, and because you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised that a little infection can kill you, can mess up your whole body, and you wouldn't even be like, dang, a tooth did that? A tooth? Yes. Your teeth, your oral health is very, very important. Your overall health as family is overall important, regardless, because some things that happen in your mouth, like I said, it affects the production of things. And when I was speaking of your body creating different chemicals, can I say our bodies is so incredible, because our body already heals, but sometimes it creates like the wrong chemical. It creates the wrong chemical in our bodies, and some of these chemicals, causes other issues in our bodies. And I just want to make sure that I address that. I just want to make sure I address that, because sometimes we get that uric acid. Please, family. But I just want to make sure that I gave you a recipe. I'm looking at my notes real quick. And people like the color of your teeth. Don't be too much like so like I gotta do that. But little things is activated charcoal. Like I said, turmeric. You'd be surprised. Turmeric, you use, like, it's gonna make my teeth orange. No, if you actually do it, actually makes your teeth white. A lot of chemicals that we're using out here, we're actually bleaching. But remember, your body is absorbing that. So be careful when you're using all these bleaches and these different things. Just think, you putting bleach in your mouth. Why? Why? You don't need that. You don't need that. But you can get, like I wanted to make sure, you can get overgrowth of yeast in your mouth. And you know how people try to get that tongue scraper? It's not really like necessary, because you can use your toothbrush, but you just get some candida and rinse it in your mouth. Rinse it. Use it oral. That's why I said a lot of stuff that that we use. We think we gotta take a pill for them. No, you can take wish some of that stuff in your mouth and kill some of that stuff. Kill some of that stuff. Why do you think I'm talking about that golden seal and tea tree oil? You know, but as far as about grinding your teeth, same thing with stress. I'm just looking over my notes real quick. Receding gums, we got to make sure that we floss and we brush our teeth, because like I said, your teeth could be making you sick. A lot of people don't realize it. Could directly be making us sick, and we'd be like, I had no idea. I had no idea. Yep. So the different choices that we make when we go to the dentist, when they say use the metal stuff or use that white stuff, and then you still got to make sure that stuff, because something could be mixed in there. So you just got to ask these questions, like I was talking with your doctor. Ask these questions and say, hey, what's in there? What's up? What's that, doc? What you made to put in my mouth that's gonna stay in there for years and years? Because I ain't trying to come back and get no more that damn needle. Y'all see that damn needle? Get that needle in your mouth, and they be in there shaking it like that's gonna help. They be like shaking your jaw. You be like, I still feel that. I still feel that mother sucker. I still feel it. So, but look, family, I did not look at my I did not look at my chat. But I don't know if y'all guys a whole lot of questions. I'm already an hour and 20. And I'm gonna tell you, people don't be going back looking at the whole video. They don't go back and look at the whole video. And I'm not complaining. I appreciate you guys staying on. I really appreciate you guys staying on. I really do. But but I'll answer your questions on a podcast. I will answer your questions on a podcast, because I do come back and read these. For the people who got no insurance, look, if you got no insurance, the best. I'm gonna tell you, I put this out early in the video, but I'm gonna just do it for you, because it's at the end. Maybe somebody will come on to the end, but I'm gonna just tell you, if you got no dental insurance, the only way that you never ever have to see a dental, 5 things. You gotta floss every day, maybe 2-3 times a day. You got the brush. You gotta brush your teeth. Pretty much each time you eat, because you never know, like drinking that soda. You drink that soda, you ain't had no water. So you drink the soda, them sugar bugs are just tearing them teeth up. Tearing them teeth. You gotta floss. You gotta brush. So floss and brushing, but I'm sorry I said about the soda, but you can have no non-fruit sugar. When I say non-fruit, if it ain't sugar coming from that fruit, yeah, that's the only way you can never see a dentist. No alcohol, no smoking. Those are 5 direct things that you never got to see a doctor. You be like, well, Viola, I do 2 of the things, or I do all 5, or I do 1. Even 1, you still got to see the dentist. And as I'm reading, they said we got to see the dentist twice a year. I remember going once a year. But I still, with that once a year, I still was doing it. And as I said, my mind, I lost some brain cells. I lost some brain cells getting that stuff in my mind. But I know I'm working on decalcifying my pineal gland, because y'all already say it messes up your pineal gland. I'm trying to still see. Y'all know you can still see, right, family? You cover your eyes, you still can see. You still can see, and I hope you get what I'm saying. But family, like I said, I cannot read all your questions. I can see a little bit, but yes, just make sure, like I was saying, it's good to get it removed. If you have mercury in your mouth and you got that little silver, because you can see it when people talk, because I know y'all can see it when I talk. I be like, I'm going to get it out. But I already got 2 done. I'm doing 1 at a time, fam, because that needle is no joke. And that, it's too many. It's too many, because you can count how much you have in your mouth versus how much money you're willing to spend. You know what I'm saying? But the VA is 4 months out, and 4 months back, and I'm like, man, this is gonna take me a whole 3-4 years. I ain't gonna tell you how much. Like, I done told my business. Yeah, I got like 2 more to do. 2 more to do. So I got like less than a year to get all my mouth straight. But yes, fam, I just want to just make sure I say your mouth could be directly what's hurting you. Your mouth, what you put in your mouth, the poor choices you make could be hurting you. So I just want to make sure I say that is all, family, all I have. She says, get you some key line under your arms. Yeah. Yes. And if y'all see that metal, is it this way? Hold on. I just gotta see. Yeah, that's a gold tooth in my mouth. Be like, dang. And I ain't taking that mug out. Nope. No, I ain't taking that mug out. It's gonna stay until whoever, when I pass, they can have it. They can take that money out of my mouth. But that is all I have, family. Look, I love you guys. Sending you guys positive vibes. I was trying to look here, some of the deodorant. Yeah, make sure you make your own deodorant, or get some natural deodorant. So, but I'm gonna ask. Like, I can't really go scroll up. I'm not gonna scroll up. Do anybody got any other questions they want to throw out right now about dental health? And please, family, share this information. You don't have to share the exact video. I would love for you to share the video, but share the information. Please share the information, because a lot of people are actually sick, and they be like, "Well, I'm eating my fruits and vegetables. I'm getting all my vitamins and minerals." Family, make sure you're getting your vitamins and minerals. And when I say drink water, drink your living water. Living water, living. Because now when I send my emails, I don't just say hydrate, I say your living water. Because living water is something where you got to research and go a little deep to get that living water. But yeah, but that is all I have, family. You guys enjoy your Saturday. I appreciate you guys coming to spend some time with me. I'm a do my best to try to do things more at night, so more people could come on and ask me questions, and just have a little more contact with me, see my crazy self. But until then, family, look, I'm Herbalist Viola. I really appreciate you guys. And the website is going under a little change, because you see I changed my logo. And look, family, change your logo is expensive. So if you guys, a business tip, make sure you guys love your logo, because you got to change everything. I mean, everything. Your products, I still got inventory, and I don't want to have to put another logo on there, because you can't take the logo off, and it's already nice, cute box. And and that's the only reason why I did that sale. I did that buy one and get one free, because I was changing my logo, and I said I was going to give the money to charity and help some people out. And I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I only did the sale for, like I said, I think it was a week. It was a week, and I did help just three families, because you still got business. You still got business supplies and business expenses. But I know somebody just talking about dental, but I just want to throw that in there in case anybody have any business questions. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live and see if y'all have any business questions that y'all want to ask them. Business questions. I know you got Herbalist Cream. I know. But I know sometimes you want to get a woman's point of view, but it's up to you guys. If y'all want to if you want to send me an email, say, yeah, girl, you need to put that out. I need to hear your spin on things. I need to hear a woman's touch, because, I may have some stuff that may help you. So, but that is all, family. That is all I have. Look, you guys, sending you positive vibes. I love you. I appreciate you. Until next time, you guys have a great and wonderful, phenomenal day. Because look, you are special. You are very special, and you're powerful beyond measure. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Bye, family.